Sample space and events. Suppose we're about to perform an experiment, although we do not know what the outcome will be. But suppose that we know the set of all possible outcomes. For example, when we toss a coin, we do not know whether the result will be a head or a tail. The outcome is uncertain. However, we know the possible list of outcomes. We know that the only two possibilities are head or tail. The set of head or tail in this case is called a sample space. We denote the sample space using the uppercase S. Another example, if we were to roll a six-face fair die, then the sample space will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When we roll a die, we don't know what the result will be, but we know that the list of possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is what we call the sample space. Each of the outcomes in the sample space is called an event. A simple event is an event or an outcome that cannot be broken down further. So for example, in the case of tossing a coin, getting a head itself is an event. Getting a tail is an event. Getting a head or a tail is a simple event because we cannot break it down further. We cannot get a simpler outcome than this. Either it's going to be a head or a tail. Getting a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 is a simple event. However, if we let E be the event that the outcome will be an even number, this is no longer a simple event but a compound event. In fact, this event of even numbers consists of the outcome 2, 4, and 6. There are three simple events in this compound event. Similarly, if we let f be an event that the outcome is an odd number, then this event f consists of the outcomes 1, 3, 5. This is a compound event that is made up of the simple events. Suppose now we toss two coins, or we toss the same coins one after another 2 times. Regardless, we toss the coin 2 times or tossing 2 coins. Now think of the possibility of the outcomes here. If we toss the coin 2 times, then each time we will get 2 faces, not just one, because we're tossing 2 coins, or even if we toss the coin 2 times, we will get one face and another face, or 2 faces. Regardless, the possible outcomes will be whether we'll get head both times, or we might get a head or a tail, or we might get a tail or a head, or we might get a tail and a tail. There are only 4 possible outcomes here. We call this the sample space. The event head tail indicates that first we get a head, then we get the tail. The event tail head indicates that first we get a tail, then we get a head, if the order matters in this case. Now suppose we roll a die 2 times, or if we roll 2 dice, what would the outcomes be? A typical outcome consists of the sum of the 2 numbers summed up, because we're tossing 2 dice. The number on each of the die, 6-face dice, are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this is not the sample space when we roll 2 dice. when we roll two dice, suppose that we're interested in the sum of the two numbers shown up. Then in this case, the smallest number will be 2 because the smallest number in each of the die is 1. And so if we get a 1 and a 1, then the sum is 2. If we get a 1 and a 2, then the sum is 3. If we get a 2 and a 2, then the sum is 4, all the way to 12. And we get a 12 when the die showed up 6 and 6. To see this, we might as well construct a sample space that consists of all of the possible outcomes. And there should be a total of 36 because there are 6 faces in each of the die. We might get 1, 1. The first die show up as a 1, the second die show up as a 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. Where the first die show up a 1 and the second one is either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We might get 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, and all the way to 2, 6, 3, 1, 3, 2, all the way to 3, 6, 4, 1, 4, 2, all the way to 4, 6, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 6. And we now list all 36 possible outcomes. As we can see, the smallest sum is a 2 and the largest sum is a 12, 6, 6. One last example about the sample space. Suppose we need to select a committee from a group of males and female, where the group of males consists of 3 people: Adam, Ben, and Corey. And the group of female consists of 4 people: Whitney, Zena, Younger, and Zelda. Now suppose we only want to have a 2-person committee with the condition is that we need to have 1 male and 1 female. To make it easy, we will use the letters A to represent Adam, B for Ben, C for Corey, and W for Whitney, X for Zena, Y for Younger, and Z for Zelda. Then the sample space will consist of Adam and Whitney, that is one possible outcome, or Adam, Zena, or Adam, Younger, or Adam, Zelda. Now, before we finish this list, we can tell that there are a possible of 3 times 4 or 12 possible outcomes, and we will list them all. We'll list 4 already. Next, Ben Whitney, or Ben Zena, Ben Younger, or Ben Zelda, or Corey Whitney, Corey Zena, Corey Younger, or Corey Zelda. Notice that in each of these 12 possible outcomes, there is a male and a female. Now, what happens if there is no restriction on this committee? We still want to have a 2-person committee, but this time we can have both males or both females in the committee. Do you think there will be more than 12 or less than 12 possible outcomes? And can you list the possible outcomes?